everyone, welcome. I am General Gravey, your hostess with the mostest, and today is going to be a very special video. We are going to be talking about the Weapons Refrain Ultimate, aka Uwu. This is going to be a very critical healer mechanic in this fight. So we are going to be focusing on the healers only. If you guys want anything in relation to DPS, we can do that in a later video. But I figured we're going to focus on this particular mechanic because I've noticed this is a very crucial part, and there's a lot of people who get tripped up on this, and so figured we'd break it down. So anyway, this is in the Annihilation phase of Uwu. So you've got past predation, you've baited the weight of the lands, and everybody's splitting off, right? So guys have split off. You'll be more up here in this, but this is again an example. So Fizzranged gets the tether, you guys are getting ready to go, and you guys are moving. So what'll happen is one of the two healers is going to get hit with Searing Wind. It's going to look like an orange wing debuff. The healer who does not have the Searing Wind, along with the Fizzrange who just soaked the tether, is going to go and regroup with the other DPS over here. Meanwhile, the healer with the Searing Wind is going to go south. The reason you have to go so far south is because your Searing Wind is going to do like a pulsing AoE. I have a POV of this. We'll show this here in a few minutes. So you're going to go south with this particular debuff, right? And you are going to keep an eye left or right. Ifrit and Titan interchange here quite a bit, so keep that in mind. So then you're going south, everybody's getting ready, Ifrit's getting ready to dash, so you're gonna kind of scoot yourself right on in here. You're gonna wait for the weight of the lands. Ifrit's gonna dash, weight of the lands are gonna go off, and you want to move to where he dashed. Don't go into Titan, because Titan's just gonna smack you and laugh at you and call you funny names. So you're gonna move, wait for the lasers and stuff to go off, and then you're gonna move into it's a rather tiny spot. I know here in the toolbox it shows it's a bit more generous than what it looks, but you want to move into that little section and then go in. And then once that is done, the arena's gonna kind of go back to normal. You're gonna grab the Garuda tether. You're gonna have the Garuda tether go off. You'll hear a scream. You're gonna back up, and then you are gonna go in because you're gonna get a Howling Eye that spawns as well, or Eye of the Storm as it says. And then you just kind of chill out here, dodge a lot of the tank mechanics. Tanks also need to be very well aware of where the healer is, because as we saw in this, that's roughly the size of the Searing Wind. It's very, very large. And so you come in, tanks do homing lasers, and the healer that had the Searing Wind needs to regroup because you want to make sure that people are topped off for suppression. Okay, so in this example, this is from my stream. I was feeling a little EP today. So, as you see, Annihilation's being powered up. And then you want to make sure, this is a very, very important part of this fight. You want to make sure that the group is together. So you're going to bait. Then you're going to bait again. Another thing you can do that's really helpful during this part is kind of just make sure people have something to regen or whatever. So anyway, you're going to your position, due south. Now, in this particular part, we're going to back up here just a hair. In this particular part, if we notice, Ifrit is to our right. So when we go in, we are going to go over here from where he dashed. And once again, we see the Searing Wind debuff, right? So, as you see, rather large, so I'm looking for him. I'm going to where he dashed, and I'm going right there. So if we notice, see, this is your spot right here. It's this little triangle. You need to shimmy yourself into that spot as your safe spot. So you want to make sure that you are in this particular triangle. And it's very, very tiny, but if you follow that simple pattern, that path, so then I'm going to play out the rest of this mechanic. So we see there's another tether that spawned. Then I want to make sure I take that out, because once again, the Searing Wind is still ticking. The Feather Rain's going off. And I want to be out here because this is still going. So again, tanks are needing to be mindful. And then Searing Wind is falling off. And then you will go in and regroup with the group. So the other example I wanted to show you guys is of Ifrit spawning on the left. So once again, just as I explained, he, we do all the pre-annihilation stuff. He's on the left, so we're going to go in, bait it. We want to make sure we grab that tether. That's very important because we want to cleanse our thermal load debuff. So, baited the tether, heard the scream, gave him a nice little bubble for safety, and then we're just kind of scooching in. One big thing, like I was saying prior, you want to try to be as close to the edge as humanly possible. You want to try to give as much room as you can, but you also want to be safe simultaneously. You don't want to put yourself in danger at the behest of anybody else in your party, because you as the healer, you want to make sure that you are alive, because that's very, very, very important. Hope you guys enjoyed the video with the explanation, and if you guys want or need the DPS POV for this particular part, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I will catch you beautiful people in the next video.